or two, and then we'll dive right into it. Maybe just one more minute. I know a lot of participants that are joining this webinar today are going to be rather eager to learn about all these universities that we're talking about. Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this informative, but dare I also say rather timely webinar, exploring leading global universities beyond the traditional choices of the US and UK. So hi, everyone, I'm Shraddha Mehta from the Red Pen, and we're an independent education consulting firm based in Mumbai, India. We work with students from across the globe, helping them to apply to universities anywhere in the world. And we do this across all our service lines, which includes boarding school, undergraduate, postgraduate, and MBA applications. So we're very glad to have you here with us today. A little bit about the Red Pen. We have a very high success rate. So 95% of our applicants do receive offers from one of their top 3 choices. We help students have been admitted to beyond 15 countries globally. We try to maximize as many scholarship opportunities as possible for all our students. And of course, we try to help them apply to whatever major they want to apply to, so from things that are as popular as engineering to speech therapy and pathology as well. These are some of our top undergraduate admits from 2025, from our last cycle. And I know all of you are here today to understand more about the undergraduate global landscape. So I hope you see some familiar names here, including IE University, Ashoka University, the panelists that are here with us today. We are also proud to share that we have recently partnered with US News. So with this media giant in our corner, we have amplified our global reach with access to really powerful data-driven insights, educational trends, all of which really help us build smarter and stronger application strategies for our students that are looking for international success. So now getting to why we're all here today. So this isn't just a typical webinar, but a rather urgent one, and maybe even a wake-up call. So in the past week alone, the international landscape has changed a lot, very dramatically, with the education and international visa issues that we are seeing in the US. So I think President Trump really does like to shake things up. The US has placed a hold on all student visa processing, and suddenly thousands of students are suddenly unsure of what's next, where they will land, whether they had a backup plan or not. And honestly, if all their years of planning and hard work have just been undone. So luckily for you, it's not the end of the road, rather just the beginning, but it is time to take a smarter road, right? So at the Red Pen, we've always advocated for diversified applications, and now it's kind of clear why. There are no geographical limitations to what we do and where we do it. So without further ado, today we're spotlighting top-tier universities from countries that are not just welcoming international students, but are also actively innovating global education, right? I would not call them Plan B destinations by any means. They are truly bold, globally respected, future-ready choices. And the experts joining us today directly from these universities will help you understand exactly why. So please welcome Ananya from Tokyo International University. We have Merciha from Frankfurt School of Management, Roshni from Erasmus University in Rotterdam. We have Venice Castro from IE University, Richa Agarwal from Bocconi University, and Krishna Nagpal from Ashoka University. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us here today. We are truly, truly grateful that the timing of this webinar has worked out as it has. So we've got Italy, Germany, India, Japan, Spain, and Netherlands here with us. And I do not want to spend any more time Oops, sorry, I think this just exited out. I apologize for that. Let me just go back. Okay, so without any further ado, I will hand it over to Ananya from Tokyo International University to talk a little bit about her educational institution.
Thank you. Thank you, Shraddha, for that. I really appreciate it. So I'm Ananya. I am the Senior Recruitment Advisor for Tokyo International University. And so our university has been existing since the 1960s. And as much as when I entered this industry, I wasn't aware of Japan much. But now we've been seeing such a great response since I think 2019, and it's booming right now, even after what's happening, but even before what was happening around. So, as much as Japanese products are appreciated, Japanese education is also appreciated. So, Tokyo International University, as the name suggests, is located in Tokyo, literally in the city center. We have students from 100 nationalities, more than 1,700 international students, and we're seeing more and more numbers every year. And we have more than 70% international faculty. And this is one of our major USPs, that we're known for our faculty. And we're the fifth most international university. Can I get the next slide, please? All right. So our university has two campuses, one in the Kawagoe city. This campus is 40 minutes train ride away from our city center campus, and we know Japan is famous for its bullet train, so literally 30 minutes doesn't seem that much. So this campus is more like a samurai, rich culture and heritage. This gives you get best of both worlds, the experience of the culture in Japan and also the city, right? So this is our Kawagoe campus, 30 minutes away from the city center. And the next slide, please. And this is our Ikebukuro campus, which is in the city center. So we must agree that we benefit a lot from the location, and by having our campus in the city center, helps them to get everything easily accessible, be it jobs, be it anything, be it the standard of living cost, everything. So you benefit a lot from the location. So TIU has three courses that are taught all in English, and these are 4-year undergraduate program. We are one of the few universities in Japan that are teaching these courses in English. So our first course is business economics, and then our most popular course is digital business and innovation and international relations. All right. So as the name also suggests, business economics course, this is like our bachelor's course in business economics, which will cover all aspects of management, marketing, economics, finance, entrepreneurship, and even more course modules and knowledge and skills that you would want inside of this course. Can I get the next slide? So our digital business and innovation course. So the courses that TIU offers they're more like niche courses, not like those traditional courses, which will, have you get your major or like bachelor's degree in just one particular field. For example, bachelor's in AI or bachelor's in finance. No, why is this our very popular courses? Because Japan is already a tech hub, and this is a very niche course because everything's surrounded by AI right now. And this course focuses more on AI, fintech, and also a knack of business if somebody would want. So these are the types of skills that you would want to reflect on your profile. So that's why this is our top selling course, because first you have the destination that is providing you this course and the resources to study this course, because it's all about innovation and it comes from Japan. So yeah, you benefit a lot from this course also. Next course, please. So our international relations course focuses more on, global governance, how the United Nations work, international politics, culture, and society. So the good thing about TIU is that they let you customize your education. For example, a student 80% is interested in a business economics course, but also wants to study something about designing fintech and AI. You can customize your course and overlap and choose other course modules, which will be highlighted on your profile. So a lot of our alumni from international relations course are now, going for digital marketing roles because they like it. So you have that platform to customize your education and go for anything that you like. So like I was saying, our faculty, we're known for our faculty. We have faculties from like Ivy Leagues and Russell groups, and we, provide a lot of personalized attention. We also have a professor from IIT Delhi who teaches our digital business and innovation course, Professor Parag. So yeah. All right. So these are some of our graduate schools offer for masters that our students went for. As you can see, they're from all around the world, and Ivy Leagues and Russell groups are also mentioned. Top ranking universities, that gave an offer to our alumni. And also we have a sister school in the US, Willamette University, where it all depends on your performance, and you can apply for this course where you'll get a dual degree while paying the same fee in yen, which we know that Japan is very cost effective. So by paying the same amount of fee, you'll be studying at TIU and also at Willamette University in the US. So you get a double degree. And these are some of our career paths. Sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Let me see if I can just go back to the previous slide. Sorry about that. Okay.
Yeah. So some of our career paths, as you can see, students got placed from all around, all categories and industries, be it finance, media, government from IR and automobile, as we know, we're like Japan is known for, consumer goods, Amazon, be it L'Oreal, anything. So this is what, Japan and TIU offers you as a platform where you can actually apply your skills and what you're more capable of. So our student life, like our campus and our student supports, they provide extensive and more very personalized attention to students. We have our career practicum also, where companies and global leaders come and they teach you. So this is a part of your semester, and if you perform well, you leave an impression on them. It might be very easy for you to get a job with them. And also we have ongoing activities like all year long, international festivals where you come and represent your country. So it's a give and take, right? And most importantly, no Japanese language is required. So it's why I say it's a give and take, because some Japanese students who would want to learn English, will come to you, and if you want to learn Japanese, so that's how you maintain and interact with students. So our career center, sorry, one thing is, yeah. So as you can see, I don't like really using the word, but it's 97.2 our employability rate. Our career center and our staff and like our faculty, they just don't help you at the time of looking for a job, but from day one in shaping your profile, finding you a good fit, and also counseling and seminars are ongoing. So you have a lot of support from the university if you're looking for a job. And also in Japan, there's an option where this is very rare, but if a student is not able to find a job, you can also apply for an extension, which is very rare, but mostly everyone in their third year has already gotten a job in Japan. And when Japan is hiring, they're hiring for a longer period of time. They're not just hiring for a short contract period. So they value international workforce a lot, and they're investing more and more billions of dollars, and they appreciate international workforce a lot. So yeah. So if we talk about our application process, as I said, no Japanese language is required. It's not a prerequisite. So we just have to do two things: that we have to submit the online application, in which we just require your 10th and 12th mark sheets, one SOP, one LOR from your school, and any English proficiency exam we will accept. We offer scholarship up to 100%, starting from 30, 50, 80, and 100, and it's all merit based. You don't have to apply for it separately. The whole application and whatever documents that you submit are evaluated equally. And there, it's not that only one document would be given major weightage. So these are our entry requirements, which are very smooth, and most of our international students receive scholarships. So yeah. Yeah, so that was my presentation from mine. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ananya, for that. I mean, it's really interesting to learn, right, that you have an university in Tokyo that is not only STEM or tech focused, but you also
Yeah.
have unique majors like international relations as well. So that's really interesting. We will, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the webinar, have time for Q&As after for all the panelists that are speaking with us. So hopefully we can tackle the questions then. But if I think of anything in the meantime, I will interrupt and ask as well. And I did have a question, Ananya. I'm actually wondering, how competitive is it? So academically, what do students really need to be? What kind of scores are they looking at? Maybe if we're looking at the Indian board, or if we're looking at the IB board, if you could give us a rough estimate for them to be considered.
Yeah, sure. So we accept everything. And I'll be very honest, yes, academics, they matter, but we are so open and we give fair chance to everyone because your whole profile is considered. Like your SOP is a game changer because we know that if the student is not scoring that well, they might be capable of much more, and which can be reflected on other things, for example their SOP, their LOR, and their IELTS. So everything is equally balanced. Yes, your academics, your 10th and 12th scores, they do matter, but I've also come across students who might have just scored like around 70 or 80s, but we could see that they're very ambitious through their SOP, and also they can work on their English proficiency exams, and their LORs stood out. So yeah, so we give a fair chance to everyone for them to apply. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, over to you, Marcia, for the Frankfurt School of Finance and Management. So you're my neighbor. I'm based in Belgium. I forgot to mention it. So right next door, happy to have you here as well. So I will not make the mistake. I will let you tell me when to change the slides because I was struggling to go back. All right.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. We're super excited to be also part of this webinar. My name is Marcia. I am an admissions and recruitment officer at Frankfurt School of Finance and Management. We are located in Frankfurt, which is basically the financial hub of Germany as well as Europe. And please kindly switch to the next slide. And there you can basically see what it's all about Frankfurt School and what is really important about our university. Yeah, on the next slide. Right. Right. As I mentioned, we are located in Frankfurt, and Frankfurt is a financial hub. And thus you can also see how important that sector is for our students. Originally, we were founded in 1957, and we have grown from a finance-focused institution to a quite highly respected international business school, offering a wide variety of programs. And engaging deeply with business, tech, and policy sectors. We offer a full spectrum of academic programs, meaning you can do your bachelor's at Frankfurt School, you can also complete your master's, MBA, as well as PhD degrees. Some of our most popular areas include finance, management, economics, business analytics, data science, as well as philosophical economics. And most of those programs are actually fully taught in English. So it is absolutely not required for you to have any German speaking or writing skills. Also not for the visa application process, but I'm going to talk about that later on. We have a highly international student body, making it quite a great environment for global networking and collaboration. Around about 30% of our students in the Bachelor of Science are in fact international students, which is absolutely amazing. Our school is Triple Crown accredited. That means that we receive the Triple Crown accreditation that only less than 1% of business schools worldwide have. And we are consistently ranked among the top business schools in Germany as well as in Europe, especially in the fields that I have mentioned. Career development is super important at Frankfurt School. So one of the things that really sets us apart is our close connection to the business world. We're quite open regarding that. So our students massively profit from that huge network that we have, not only company and bank network, but as well as alumni. Our career services team works very closely with students, helping them secure internships, consulting projects, or even job offers. And real world experience is important as well. So theory meets practice, whether it's through study cases, company projects, internships, or study trips. We're basically constantly trying to ensure that students are encouraged to apply what they learn in the real world. And you can see now the curricula for our 3 different Bachelor of Science programs. So in total, we're offering 3 different Bachelor of Science programs. The Business Administration Bachelor of Science is definitely the biggest one, meaning we have around about 400 students starting each intake. And then we have 2 smaller programs that are a little bit more exclusive because they are also a little bit more specific content-wise. So we have the Management Philosophy and Economics for applicants who are interested in the economic field, who also could imagine themselves working in finance, but they have a huge interest in politics as well, and also philosophical questions, moral questions as well. They're, for example, interested in corporate social responsibility or sustainability. And then we have the Bachelor of Science in Computational Business Analytics, which is an attractive program for students who want to study economics, but they also want to study data science, data analysis, artificial intelligence, and want to learn how to program as well. So these 2 programs are a little bit more specific. They're definitely more challenging because they are interdisciplinary, and the business administration is basically the more general program. You can see that we have this 5th semester abroad, meaning this is mandatory, which is a great thing, don't worry. So you have to go abroad. I'm going to talk about that later on as well. And then we have these lighter blue phases or periods or chunks in the 4th and in the 6th semester in the BBA and in the MPE program in the 6th semester, as well as in the CBA in the 6th semester. And those are the concentration phases, and you're able to make your study program a little bit more individual and to basically shape it to your own interests and your own strengths. And that will basically also be kind of a guideline for you regarding your future career perspectives. You also have the opportunity to choose electives. Those are the lighter gray blocks in the 6th and the 7th semester. And yeah, you would obviously complete your studies by writing your theses. Again, as I mentioned, all 3 programs are offered 100% in English, meaning you don't have to have any German skills. However, we do offer free German courses on campus. Obviously, you will have German friends as well, so you will learn German pretty soon and pretty fast. All right. When we go over to the next slide, you can see our semester abroad slide with a world map. And in fact, we do have 147 partner universities worldwide, so students are free to choose out of those. One thing that I would also like to mention regarding our student body, our students are super active regarding engaging in student clubs. We have over 40 student clubs on campus, including career-related ones in finance and consulting, as well as sports, debate, and many more. And we also have quite a high number of events throughout the year. If we go over to the next slide, you can also see some of the services that we offer you, whether it's career counseling by offering you personalized career counseling, for not only the students, but also our alumni. We have many company events. So on our campus, we usually always have some kind of event, some bank or some company is present, holding a speech or a workshop, giving a workshop, and students are definitely encouraged and very welcome to participate in that. So networking is super important. Most of our students, they start having a LinkedIn profile within the 1st semester and basically building their professional network, career network from the 1st semester. Regarding the internationality, as I mentioned, we have all those partner universities. We have 30% students who are actually international students in the Bachelor of Science. And that also connects very well to our location. Frankfurt is a very, very international city. You definitely don't need German skills to survive in Frankfurt. It's absolutely not necessary. And in Frankfurt, many expats, you have many expats living here, professional expats or career-wise. And if we go over to the next slide, you can see basically the process of the application, meaning if you submit your application to Frankfurt School, that would happen online. We do accept the IB, we do accept US high school diplomas as well as A-levels and also the Indian high school diploma in combination with an APS certificate. Some students do not have the eligibility to study at German universities. In those cases, we're actually allowed and able to offer you to attend a so-called extended online assessment center that we are are offering you. It's also completely online. It takes literally just half a day of your time. And if you successfully complete it, you can gain the eligibility to study at Frankfurt School. For all the other candidates, we are offering an online assessment center. So you don't have to come to our campus to do the assessment center. You can do it from home. It includes 4 different tests or 4 different areas. We have a math test, we have a cognitive test, as well as an English test and an interview. Again, it is completely online. And after successfully completing the assessment center, the admission committee would basically decide on your admission. During that time frame, students usually start applying for a visa. If you are required to have a visa to come to Germany, it's really important to apply for a student visa, not for a visitor's visa, because if you enter Germany with a visitor's visa, you are not allowed to convert it later on to a student visa. So make sure to really do apply for a student visa. We have been contacting German embassies and consulates around the world in the past and actually helped students securing the visa or their visa, actually completing their visa application. So if you're struggling during that process, make sure to contact us, make sure to contact the admissions office. We're happy to help you. Again, we have done that in the past successfully. And hopefully after the admission committee decided, you're basically ready to enroll. The study fee per semester is 8,200 euros for the upcoming intake starting this year in September 1st. And our application deadline is usually June 30 each year. So up until the end of June, you have time to apply, and the study program starts in the first week of September. However, if you are required to get a visa, we highly suggest and recommend you to apply as soon as possible. If you're interested in starting your bachelor's next year in September, you're allowed to apply from September on this year. So you could, for example, hand in your application in October this year. You can attend our assessment center in November, and then in December, you already have your admission and you can already apply for your visa. And that's basically it. So it's quite a fast process, I would say. All right. If we go over to the next slide, you can see a QR code. Feel free to scan that. If you want to join our newsletter, we are offering quite regularly online information sessions as well as trial lectures if you want to join those. We're also offering an online bachelor day each year happening in January, which is basically a day full of online events that you're very welcome to join. Other than that, make sure to send us an email, bachelor@fas.de. You can also give us a call at any time. If you visit our website, you can also book an online consultation with us. So yeah, we can take time, 30 or 45 minutes, and talk about your specific cases. And because it was mentioned before, the admission process is also based on case by case, meaning you should orient regarding the IB at around 30 IB points. It should not be less than 30 IB points because that would be very critical. But it definitely depends on not only your school grades or your high school diploma, but also the results in the assessment center and your whole profile. You are also required to hand in a motivational letter in your online application. And again, we are doing interviews with every student because we want to get to know the students. This is really important to us. Nobody gets admitted at Frankfurt School without, having the interview with us. And if you do have any further questions, please let me know. Thank you so much. And have fun with the other presentations.
Okay. Thanks, Marcia. I actually have 3 questions here because I had an attendee ask. If you are doing a mathematical test as part of the admissions process, does that mean that there is no minimum level of math required in their 11th or 12th grade? Like, is a higher level math course in the IB a requirement, or can that be met through the mathematical test that you have?
Yeah, so for the IB, you have to have 3 subjects in a higher level, and one of those subjects has to be a science. It can be math. It doesn't have to be math. It can be math, but it does have to be a science, actually. Yeah.
Okay. And are you able to give us an indication of approximately of how much the cost of living is per year for a student, whether you have dorms or do they have to live in the city? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good question. And we actually do have dorms. They're right next to campus. You can actually see it in my background. That's our kind of building. And right next to it is actually a dorms building. So it's super close to campus. Those fees are 700 euro per month for the accommodation. It's like a mini studio apartment that you would have. It's also a super new building. It's furnished as well. That is compared to Frankfurt prices quite expensive, I would say, because you can definitely find a flat or a room in a flat, in a shared flat, for around about 500 euros. I know students who live with 800, 900 euros per month, which is absolutely fine. I do think it really depends on your own, I would say, kind of wishes and your own needs, I would say. Those can be quite different, but you can definitely live with 8 to 900 euros per month in Frankfurt. 100%, yes.
And
So the cost of
lastly,
living is definitely not too high.
okay, and thank you for that. Lastly, I would also like to ask, there are a lot of US bound students that suddenly have uncertainty whether they can go or not. You said your application process is open till the 30th of June. Does that mean they still have a chance of applying to enroll this September, starting 2025 with you?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, yes.
Okay.
It really depends on the visa application process. It is allowed for students to come to Germany a little bit later. So if it takes you a couple more weeks after September 1st to come to Germany, that's fine. It just shouldn't be too late. For example, during the last intake, we had some students arriving in Frankfurt in October. That's completely fine. We just need to know. We need to be informed, and that's it. And again, if you struggle in that process, we're happy to help. We have contacted embassies in the past. And just one last info regarding the math test. We do have example questions for the math test on our website. So if you visit Frankfurt School's webpage, you can see example questions for the math test if you're interested about that. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Marcia. All right. In the interest of time, I am receiving a lot of questions from the attendees of the webinar, and I would like to tell the panelists as well as the attendees, they're very specific to each university that we're talking about. Each of the representatives have left their contact information at the end of each slide. I really do encourage you to take that information down and then take those questions personally to them. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to get through the 5 more universities that we need to. So in the interest of time, I do apologize. At the end, if there is any time left over, we can maybe tackle the Q&A again then. But for now, I would like to hand it over to Roshni Banerjee from Erasmus University in Rotterdam to talk about Erasmus. So over to you.
Thank you so much, Shraddha. So my name is Roshni Banerjee. I'm a third-year student at Erasmus University College. This is located in Rotterdam, the Netherlands, and we really think students are the best ambassadors for the university. It's a very student-oriented university as well, which is why I'm here. If we move on to the next slide, I'll give you a little brief of the university itself. It's a liberal arts and sciences college, and it's a sub-faculty of our parent university, which is Erasmus University Rotterdam. It's consistently a top-ranked university in Europe, and this is just part of the bigger parent university. Unlike traditional programs, it's a very, very interdisciplinary study. We'll go a little more in depth about the different departments that each university that we cover at EUC. Thank you so much. We have 4 different departments: life sciences, humanities, economics and business, and social and behavioral sciences. Students have the liberty to combine every and all of their interests to pick a major across these 4 departments, and we have approximately 17 of them, but also combine their interests with a minor, perhaps in a very different field. So I personally am a molecular and cellular biology major, but I am also an economics minor. Apart from combining interests across these departments, we also have the opportunity to combine interests in arts or performing arts. I'll be really sorry, but perhaps we need to go back to the previous slide. Oh, nice. So students have the opportunity to live in a guaranteed first-year housing. So for the first year of university, it is a residential requirement. It's a beautiful location nestled in the heart of the city. It's a studio apartment, which we'll also take a look at later. UC has approximately 50% international student body and a 50% Dutch body. But overall, I'd say the spirit of the university is very, very international itself. It's a small scale university, and that means we have a very different learning style. It's called a PBL method, or problem-based learning pedagogy. And very essential to that is a 1:15 student to tutor ratio. It means that your voice is consistently heard and the classrooms are very, very engaging. We can move on to 2 slides later. Yes. So this is what I was talking about regarding combining your interests in sciences or arts with a dual degree in performing arts or fine arts. We have a special program with Willem de Koning Academy, where students can take up a parallel study in advertisement, fashion design, product design, fine arts, photography, and so on. There's a very long list. Or at Code Arts, also located in Rotterdam. It's a performing arts school where students can take up a dual degree in classical music, jazz, or pop. Instead of graduating with 1 degree in 3 years, they have the unique chance to graduate with 2 degrees in 5 years. But also equally spend their time in both avenues that interest them. We can move on to the next slide. Like I said, it's a very, very student-directed university, and that means our study association plays a central role. We have a huge study association of 600 students, and that is huge considering that the entire student body is part of it. And we have events all the way from our annual gala to a ski trip to our annual play or all kinds of sports. Apart from these engaging activities, we also have sustainability committee, women's collective, POC collective, queer collectives. So it's a very liberal and accepting environment for people from all walks of life. If we move on to the next slide, you can see a picture of our first year housing. This is Lucia, also just a 7-minute walk from the university in the heart of Rotterdam. Every student has their own studio apartment with a kitchen, washroom, and the specialty of living in this first year accommodation is that you live next door to all of your first year buddies. It's a bonding experience. We have lots and lots of common spaces as well, like a terrace, a common kitchen, a TV, for lots of committee events to be organized as well. We can move on to the next slide. This is the approximate requirement to apply to EUC. So we require for Indian diplomas about a 75 to 80% across CBSE, ISC. Myself, I did ISC. So this is the basic requirement, but the most important component of your application is the motivation letter, like many of the universities that came before me. We take approximately 20% of all applications, and it's very, very important that students are socially engaged in school and later on at university. So we're really looking forward to seeing applications about your passions, whether in the social sphere or your interest in making a change to your immediate environment, be it your school, your city, or your country. So very, very crucial. It's followed up by an interview round that decides your place at the university for the next intake. Every year, we have our regular intake on the 15th of January and our late intake on the 1st of June. So we're very short on time this year, but it also extends to future years. So you can expect a similar timeline next year as well. We can move on to the next slide. For international baccalaureate or A levels, again, we require approximately 30 points, excluding theory of knowledge, E and CAS. But again, I would like to stress that the motivation letter is indeed the most crucial aspect of the application. At EUC, all exams and all courses are very application oriented. They really stress on critical thinking and using the theory you learn in class to your environment. So this is very much the emphasis of the university. We can move on. In the past, our students have been accepted to very, very prestigious master's programs. I myself hold offers from both Oxford and Cambridge, but in the past, we've had students go on to LSE, NYU, also in Europe, to Munich, to Belgium, and Leuven. So all over Europe, the US, UK, and Australia, we have students pursuing a master's or a PhD. Our top work fields are hospitals, I'd say, and financial services, because Rotterdam as a city is really known for our medical faculty and our economics faculty, or RSM, the management faculty. So we have most of our students take these lines of work. Our top 5 positions, as per the last alumni survey, were policymaking, marketing or sales, management, research, and consultancy. It is worthwhile to mention that EUC is a research university, and there's a clear distinction between technical or applied universities and research universities in the Netherlands. So this does fall under the research university category. We can move on. We have a couple of scholarships, though not many. Our annual tuition fee for non-EU students is 15,900 euros. And our housing estimate is approximately 9,600, although in the first year we get a student benefit for living in Lucia, our first year accommodation. So this falls down considerably. We have need-based scholarships through the EUC scholarship and a combined need-based, merit-based scholarship called the NL scholarship. Very few students receive this, but it is possible. I did. So please, 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 if you want to apply for it, do not doubt yourself and go for it. We can move on to the next university. If you have any questions, please feel free to put in the chat box or reach out to EUC directly. Thank you.
Super. Thank you so much, Roshni. There are a lot of questions for the contact details. All the panelists and all the university information will be shared with all of you that are attending. But we are kind of running slightly behind schedule. So I'm going to quickly move on to Venice Castro from IE University. Over to you, Venice.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Venice Castro. I'm the senior manager for Asia Pacific at a university. I'm also an IE alumni. I studied my master's degree at IE a few years ago, and I will share some details here. I know there's a lot of information that you require today, and we don't have too much time, so I will go fast, but feel free to reach out, go to our website, and please let us know if you have more questions, okay? So IE University started 50 years ago. We started as a business school. And nowadays we have 6 different schools. In the next slide, we can see a little bit more about the university. We can see here that we have around 22 different bachelor programs. If you want, I will continue. It's okay. Okay, so we have 22 different bachelor programs. And we have a very large alumni community, which we are super proud. We have almost 80,000 already alumni everywhere in the world, and it represents around 182 nationalities. 90% of our students are international students. So we like to say we're an international university based in Spain, and we also have 30 offices across the world. In these offices, we support the different candidates and the alumni community that we have there. We have one in India, so feel free to reach out. They are great help when it comes to, visa requirements and also admission process and so on. IE is very active when it comes also to life in campus. So we have more than 200 clubs. Some clubs are based on nationalities, others are based in hobbies and career oriented and so on. So now we're going to see a little bit more about IE in the next slide. Here we can see a little bit about why to study at IE. IE is knowledge beyond the classroom. So all of our professors has to be working in a relevant position in a top company. So this is a great connection for our students directly to the job market. And this is a great way for our students also to learn real life cases. We also encourage our students to do a lot of different group projects. So for us, it's very important that you also learn from the rest of your classmates, which are coming from different backgrounds from all over the world. And also debates and challenge are encouraged as well. Participation at IE is mandatory, so it's part of your grade. So you have to be engaged in the class, and you have to be always on top, on the different discussions that we have. So we have as well here some information about the campus. The videos are a bit long, so I think we're just gonna show a little bit and then we will pass on. So we have two campuses. We have one campus in Segovia and another one in Madrid. So the campus in Segovia is a little bit more like historical campus. It used to be a convent. It has been also a monastery, a hospital, and so on. It's let's say more like this typical green campus that you have around a lot of nature. You have a lot of options, to explore the city of Segovia as well. And what is interesting here is it's very close to Madrid, and you can choose if you want to study in Segovia or you want to study in the campus in Madrid. Some programs are offered the 2 years in Madrid and 2 years in Segovia. It's a little bit more a choice of our students where to go to study. And now we're going to see a little bit about the campus in Madrid. The campus in Madrid is completely different, as you can see here. It's a very modern campus. We opened it 3 years ago, and it's the IE Tower. The full building is just for IE students. So we like to say this is the campus of the future. It's located in the financial district of Madrid, so it's very close to the companies. So it's very common that the students tend to choose this campus in the last 2 years because they want to be close to the job offers, and they also want to be, in Madrid, exploring the city. This floor has 32 floors and around 6,000 students that we have here in the campus. We have a lot of different facilities. We have a pool, we have a sports facility, we have the auditorium, we have the different labs, and also the area around the campus is very nice. There's a lot of facilities around to explore also Madrid. So let's go to the next slide. And here we can see a little bit about our programs. As I mentioned, we have 22, so we don't have all of the programs here. But our programs go from the architecture studies to BBA to fashion design. I think we missed the slide. It's okay, no worries. But just for you to have an idea how broad the different programs that we have, and we're also opening new programs this year. So we have applied mathematics, fashion design, humanities, environmental science, and sustainability. So I encourage you to go to our website to learn more about the programs. All of our programs have to be completed in 4 years. And it depends like how the structure of the curriculum is quite different from each other depending on the program. And then we also offer the dual degrees. So the dual degrees are a program that it's basically a combination between 2 programs. So you can combine programs such as BBA and data and business analytics, or BBA and law, and so on. Some programs can be combined, some others cannot be combined. What is interesting here is that you will be graduating with 2 majors, and it takes 5 years to be completed, okay? So to the next slide, I will talk a little bit more about the admission process that we have. So the admission process is divided in 5 different steps. The first step is more like the online application. The whole process is, we like to say that we have a holistic approach, because it's not only about one thing, it's the combination about everything. So for us, it's very important. We have a minimum grades that we require, but also for us, it's very important the extracurriculars, your letter of motivation, the recommendation letters as well. We also have the admission test. So in some cases, if you haven't done the SATs and so on, we also have our internal admission test that you can also do through our website. And as a third step, we have an online assessment, which is basically a plafond that you have to connect and you have to respond some questions on the spot. So the idea for these first steps is that admissions will have enough information to decide if they want to call you for the interview. Every candidate have to go to the interview. If you get selected and you go to this stage, the interview will take around 1 hour to be completed. And the final decision, it will take around 1 week or 3 weeks to have a final decision from the admission committee. And we also offer financial aid. Regarding financial aid, we can pass the slide. Yeah. So regarding financial aid, we have more than 20 types of scholarships. So it really depends on your profile what type of scholarship you should be applying. And there's a difference between the scholarship that is basically the candidates applying because they have financial aid or they have a specific profile. And we also granted something that is called direct awards, which is basically a scholarship that I will give you just based on your profile because you did an amazing admission process and we really want to, acknowledge that. And so we granted these direct awards when students are applying, sometimes without asking for the scholarship. And lastly, we have another one. So this is it's all about practical approach. It's very well connected to the industry. We have so many different activities on campus related to companies. So we have the careers and talent forums where companies come, and we have like around 200 companies per day during a week from different sectors. We also have the recruiting in-house as well. So it's very, very a lot of different options in terms of the connections that we have with the industry. Also, our students have to do mandatory internship, and they tend to do a lot of internships also in the summertime. So when our students are graduating, they have maybe like 2 years of work experience, which is very impressive. And regarding the worldwide partnership, we have around 169 different partnership that we have with top universities worldwide. All of our students go on a change. I think it's 10% that doesn't go, but 90% of them go on a change. We have great partnerships. So you can find all this information on the website, and you can also learn about the options that you have to go on a change at IE. Lastly, and this is more like, they ask me why to study in Spain. Spain is really a very welcoming country, and especially Madrid. I think it's a place where you don't have to be here to feel that you're from here. I'm not from here. I'm from Venezuela, and I moved around 5 years ago, and I love Spain. Like now, Madrid is my city, and it's a very easy to navigate city. It's very well connected. There's a lot of options in terms of restaurants and cultural plans. So there's a lot to do in Madrid, but it's also the center of the corporate world in Spain. 40% of the multinational corporations are here in Madrid. The startup ecosystem is super important here in Madrid. It was founded by an entrepreneur, so for us it's super important to have a very strong relationship with the startup ecosystem. And also, as a fun fact, according to the Economist last year, the Spanish economy was selected the best economy in 2024. So it's something to keep an eye on. The Spanish economy is booming right now, so it's a great place to be. So I encourage you to contact us and let us know if you have more questions about studying at IE and studying in Spain. Thank you.
Thank you, Venice. I see that there's a couple of questions for you in the Q&A chat box. So while we move on to Bocconi University in Italy, Venice, I'll allow you to take that. So please help me in welcoming Richa Agarwal, who is going to talk to us about Bocconi, please.
Thank you so much, Shraddha. Good evening, everyone. This is Richa, and I'm the Regional Director, South Asia for Bocconi University. So when we think of Milan, when we think of Italy, what are the first things that comes to our mind? Yes, we are the fashion capital for the world. Yes, we are known for art and architecture. Very famous painting, The Last Supper of Da Vinci, is in Milan. Second largest opera house in the world is in Milan. The largest cathedral in the world is in Milan. Milan and Italy is known for pizzas and pastas. We're the food lovers. We're also known for Ferraris, Formula One racing. So these are all the fun and interesting side of Milan. But interestingly, do we also know that we're the global economic hub of Europe? Milan alone has more than 250 plus financial and banking institutes. We are the business hub. We are the Mediterranean trade gateway to Europe. And that's where Bocconi comes into the picture. Way back in 1902, Bocconi was established to cater to this requirement of Europe. Back then, we were the pioneers to start offering degree programs in the space of economics, finance, business, and we're now leaders in this space. FTQS ranks us top 10 in the world, and we're top 3 in Europe. All the programs are entirely delivered in English, right? Moving on to the next slide, we will look at what Bocconi has to offer to international students. We are, like I said, leaders in the space of business, finance, economics. We're also operating in the space of international politics, law. We've diversified our portfolio and added new age programs like AI and ML. All of these bachelor degree programs are 3 years. Yes, 3 years, which means it's a full-blown 180 credit program, which also means that transition into taking up any master's degree abroad or in Europe will not be a problem at all. These 3-year programs are entirely delivered in English. There is absolutely no requirement for you to learn Italian or any other international language. That said, on the campus, there is a culture department and each international student is encouraged to pick up this workshop because when you are living in a country, it always helps and benefits for your daily existential requirements. The program fee at Bocconi for any of the bachelor degree programs is 16,500 euros per year. Living expenses ballpark about 9,000 to 10,000 euros per year. This is for irrespective an Italian or an international student. There is absolutely no differentiation. The program fee and the living expenses remains same for any of the students. Scholarships are exclusively for international students only. Scholarships are offered in the space of merit or need-based. We'll learn more about how to apply for the scholarships in coming slides, but I'll move on to the total strength of the students at the campus. All in all, we have about 15,000 students at the campus. More than 10,000 students are just from the undergrad school. More than 70% of my students are international students, India being the 5th largest country represented on the campus. And I've spoken about the language. It's completely delivered in English. The eligibility criteria to apply, any student from the national or international curriculum is absolutely welcome to apply. Moving on to the next slide, let's look at how do we apply to the programs. Process is pretty straightforward. I only require 2 documents. One, the academic requirements are that I will need the 10th and the 11th mark sheet. I do not need the predicted grades or the 12th mark sheet. Second, we do mandatorily need an aptitude test score, which could be SAT or ACT, or Bocconi conducts its own online test. You can take any one, or you can take 2, 3, compare the best score, reach out to me, consult, and we can upload the best score. What is it that we do not need? From last year, we've discontinued LORs, resume, essays. There is no interview process. The focus has entirely moved to, for bachelor programs only, the focus has moved to academics only. In Europe at Bocconi, there is only one intake every September intake, for which we have 3 deadlines. So all the students targeting cohort 2026 will look at 3 deadlines, September, Jan, and April. The tentative dates are on your screen. Now let's move on and look at the weightage of academics and the aptitude test. 55% weightage is the aptitude test score alone, and 45% weightage is given to the 10th and 11th. So all the students who think that the 10th and 11th is a bit iffy, here is your aptitude test score to balance out your overall profile. Any questions about, I have an additional certification, I have a fantastic LOR, I have done XYZ internship. We do not have any placeholder in the online application form to upload any of these documents. Having said that, please keep it handy because this will help you get all your internships and placements once you're on the campus. We'll move on to the next slide. I talked about the programs being 3 years. The first year, second year is sacrosanct, is something which cannot be changed and altered. The first year is the core courses. Second year is where your advanced courses happen. Third year is where your internships or student exchange kicks in. So that's what you see, ladies and gentlemen, on your screen, the Bocconi network. We have over 290 plus academic partnerships. These could be in the likes of Kellogg's, Wharton, UPenn, USC in US, Oxford, Cambridge in the UK, INSEAD, HEC, etc. in Europe, NUS in Singapore. So we have about 290 plus academic partnerships wherein students can feel free to do one entire semester, which is 6 months at a partner school. We have over 4,000 plus collaborations with organizations which offer more than 1 lakh of letters for either the internships or the final placements. We have both dedicated teams, the academic teams and the career services team, which will take care of these partnerships and these exchanges. Fun fact, more than 98% of our students are placed before the graduation. Close to 80% of our students are placed while they're pursuing their internships. On an average, every student has more than 4 interview calls and more than 2 offer letters in hand. Time taken to crack an offer letter is less than 15 days, right? We'll move on to the next slide, which is a little bit about the campus. We've talked about a lot of serious stuff, academics, internships, and whatnot. Now let's look at the fun side of things. We also have over 130 plus clubs. These could be social business clubs. Students can participate in any of these clubs. These clubs can also take care of all your interests and extracurriculars like sports and music. There are inter-club, interstate, inter-country, inter-university. Very recently, we had a swimming competition with the Harvard team. So all of those fun activities do also happen on the campus. We do have campus accommodation for international students. Again, how do we apply for housing, etc.? Is something that we will talk again when we have more time. Due to positive time, I'm not going to cover that. And moving on to the last slide, my contact details are there on the screen and feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much, Shraddha. Over to you.
Richa, that was fantastic. Thank you so much. Again, I apologize, especially for you attendees that we are going over time with our webinar. Please don't worry if you have other engagements or commitments. We will be trying to share the recording with you as well, and definitely the contact information of all the women that are on this panel webinar today, that will be shared with you as well. But those of you that can stick on, please do, because now we're bringing it back home and we're going to Ashoka University. So let's start there.
Begin.
There, Krishna, there you are. Okay, thank you, Krishna. Again, I do think that if we can go through the pertinent information, that would be really appreciated, and then we will share all the other information after. Thanks. Over to you.
Thanks, Shraddha, and good evening, everyone. I'm Krishna Nagpal from the Office of Outreach at Ashoka University. We are located at Sonipat, Haryana. You can reach to campus from Delhi Airport or Delhi Station. It's quite nearby. It will take you 2 hours to reach there. Can we have the next slide, please? Okay, talking about the undergrad program at Ashoka University, it's a 4-year degree program. However, as per the UGC norms, the students have the option of exiting in the 3rd year. Now, how does the 4 years looks like at Ashoka University? You would be having your foundation courses, majors, minors, co-curriculars, and research. Research is the DNA of Ashoka University. Every student who comes at Ashoka University will undergo research work. Depending upon the major that you select, you would be either awarded a degree as BA Honors or BSc Honors. Foundation courses are 9 of them, which are mandatory for all the students. So you come undeclared at Ashoka University. It's at the end of the 3rd semester that you declare your majors and minors. Can we have the next slide, please? Okay, so students can select a major either from the pure majors or the interdisciplinary major. You have majors ranging from humanities to sciences to even business economics. Pure majors are 1 subject, while interdisciplinary major is a combination of 2 subjects. So you can either go for a pure one or an interdisciplinary one. Physics and mathematics as the subjects has a requirement. So if you're planning to do physics and mathematics as your majors and minors, you need to have physics and mathematics as your subject in 11th and 12th. Can we have the next slide, please? Minor is optional. Also, the pure majors mentioned in the previous slide can be considered as your minor. According to this, the minors are like you can have more than 1 minor as well, but it is not mandatory. It's completely upon you whether you want to have a minor or not. Co-curriculars, 2 of them are mandatory. So in a nutshell, the 4 years has 9 foundation courses which are mandatory, 1 major either from pure or interdisciplinary, minor is optional, and co-curriculars, 2 of them are mandatory. Can we have the next slide, please? Okay, talking about the admission process, it's very holistic. We look at your 10th, 11th, and 12th scores. While you're applying at Ashoka, you can share your predicted scores. The application form has 2 essays, and we also look at your non-academic engagements. SAT and SAT are not mandatory. Letter of recommendation is not mandatory. Once you have done with the application form, there is an Ashoka aptitude assessment, which is mandatory. And on the same day, you will have an on-spot essay for 30 minutes, which is mandatory. Once you are shortlisted, there would be an interview with the panel. Can we have the next slide, please? The fees is 12.28 lakhs per annum, which is this year's fees. Every year there would be a marginal increase. One of the proud fact of Ashoka University is no student has ever been denied education because of financial constraint, and that's because we provide need-based scholarship and also merit-cum-means scholarship. However, the merit-cum-means scholarship is only for the sciences students, which means if you're planning to do majors in sciences like bio, physics, chemistry, computer science, or mathematics. Can we move to the next slide, please? The campus life is very vibrant. You have everything inside the campus, starting from a tuck shop to a laundry shop to whatever you might require for your daily usage. There is no need for you to step outside the campus. However, if you wish to do so, you can. We also have a bus shuttle service that takes you to the nearest Jangirpuri metro station. There are 55 clubs and societies. Those students can be a part of any of the clubs in the society as per your interest, and these are all student driven. So you are responsible for driving these clubs and society. Can we move on to the next slide? We take sports and fitness very seriously. You're not just playing sports, you're actually learning sports. Around the year, there are competitions that are being held. There was a student who wanted to learn shooting, and hence a shooting range was being developed at the university. Like the Indian Premier League, there is an Ashoka Premier League, which happens every year. Next slide, please. The students have also have the option of doing a summer and a semester abroad, which happens in the 2nd or the 3rd year. Can we move to the next slide? There are 50 plus international partners, so you can pick and select which partner you want to go. Depending upon the partner and the course that you select, there would be some prerequisite that you have to clear, and then you can go for the summer and the semester abroad. Next slide. Placements. So we have students who have been placed across different industries, starting from banking, management, technology, education, research, media, and digital startup. Your major will not restrict you to the kind of job role or any kind of industry you want to go for. You're open to explore as many options as you want. Summer internships are mandatory. So in the first year, you can go for a summer from the first year itself, you can go for the summer internship, and the summer internship also have credits. In case there are some questions, I would like to take it ahead, and over to you, Shraddha.
Super. Thank you so much, Krishna. I almost want to join the Ashoka Premier League. In fact, I want to study my undergraduate studies all over again. But okay, so here we have American University of Dubai. So Sylvie, if you're with us.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Lovely. Nice
My
to have
name
you
is Sylvie.
here.
I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions and the Head of Scholarship at the American University in Dubai. I'm happy to be here today with you. First of all, I would like to start to give you a small brief about the university that we are very proud of. The American University of Dubai is the first and the oldest American university in the Gulf. We are accredited by the Ministry of Higher Education, of course, in the UAE, and also we have accreditations from SACS, which is one of the top 6 accreditations body in the US. What that means? It means your degree from AUD will be equivalent to any degree issued from the US. In case you want to transfer, in case you want to do your master's, your degree from here is like any degree, as I told you, issued from the US. We have a very beautiful campus. We are located in a business hub in Dubai. All the international companies are around us. The area is called Media City. It's the new Dubai. We have a beautiful big campus, typically American campus. The 1.3 million square feet campus is a home for more than 2,500 students. And we have around 106 nationality on campus. Our alumni are around the world. We have more than 10,000 alumni around the world. If we can go to the next slide, the programs that we are offering are mainly, we have one of the biggest schools in business, we are offering accounting, finance, marketing, management, economics, and marketing communication. We have a new program in our university, which is the AI in business. All our new programs are aligned with the vision of the country, and the recent vision of the country is to be the first country in the world in AI. So we opened something that like merge between AI and in business. Also, we have architecture. It's 5 years program. We have engineering, four main programs: accounting, finance, marketing, management, electrical, computer, mechanical, and civil engineering. We have individual communication. We have graphic design. We have advertising. We have digital media, and we have studio art. We have also interior design. We have psychology. We have one of the biggest schools of media in the Middle East. We call it Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid School for Communication, under which we have journalism, and we have digital production and storytelling. We have also international studies, and we have a new program also in game and design development. We have also biology program, which is a pre-med program. We have signed recently an agreement with University of Pennsylvania to launch our medical school. So our students will be doing 4 years of pre-med, and after that, of course, they will do the MCAT exam and they can enter the medical school. In addition to the general accreditation of the university, which is SACS, we have specific accreditation for each program, like for example, NAB, SIDA for the interior design, ABET, which is the top accreditation body for the engineering program, AACSB, which is also top accreditation for the business program. We are proud to say that AUD has been ranked for the 2nd year now as per Times Higher Education as one of the top 150 universities worldwide in employability. We have more than 92% of our students are employed. They are getting employed within the first 6 months after graduation. This is because we have very good ties with the international companies around us. If you ever visit Dubai and American University here in Dubai, if you go just across the street, you will see all the international companies around us, like Oracle, Microsoft, Johnson & Johnson, Leo Burnett, CNN, Reuters, all the big companies around us. And we are very keen to build very good connections with these companies. We bring them to our classes. They give lectures. We organize lots of career fairs. They come, they have booths in our campuses, and they recruit our students. We also help our students a lot to get internships and to get employed later on. Of course, we cannot promise everyone that we can provide a job for everyone, but we help our students a lot. And for every intern has a mentor in the company. So we consider our graduates, those are our marketing. So we help them a lot with the employability. Also, what helps us to be ranked among the 150 universities worldwide in employability is that we teach our students the soft skills that any employer needs, like the public speaking, the languages. We teach them how to also, for example, go for a job interview, how to prepare their CVs, and all the soft skills that any employer needs. The next steps, the next slide. These are some of our industry partners. If you can see, okay, the admissions requirement. I'm gonna move to the admissions requirement. Our application is very simple. We need the report card of the last 3 years of high school, and because the university, all the programs are taught in English, you need definitely to have good English level. We ask for TOEFL or IELTS, so all students should submit TOEFL or IELTS. In addition to that, we have a math placement test for all students. So the placement test is not pass or fail exam. It's a placement test just to know in which level of math the student is. In case of weakness, we might need to give the student extra courses. For high school average, we ask for an average good based on the grading system. So it depends on the grading system, the school curriculum that the student is coming from. For scholarships, we are offering His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Scholarship, which is the most prestigious scholarship in the country. The scholarship can be from 20% up to 100%. It depends on the evaluation of the file. And our scholarships are mainly merit-based scholarships. We look definitely at the financial situation of the family, but usually the evaluation is based on the grades of the student. And whatever the student get at the first year, it will remain with the student up until graduation. So whether you took he got like 20% or 100%, the scholarship will remain with him up until graduation. And the fees is around 103,000 dirhams, which is equivalent to around $30,000. The academic year is consisting of 2 main academic semesters. So this amount will be divided into 2 main academic semesters. And every academic semester also can be divided into several installments to facilitate the payment on the students. We have accommodation on campus. Our accommodation is inside the campus, so the student doesn't need to take any transportation to go and come back to the campus. And we have everything almost that the students need on campus. We have a food court, a daily buffet for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have many coffee shops. We have a supermarket. We have a hairdresser for ladies and a barbershop for boys. We have swimming pools. We have lots of athletic facilities. We have a big library, printer shops, travel agency, and everything on campus. We have around 550 clubs. We have also athletic clubs and cultural clubs. We have also one of the scholarships is the athletic scholarship, but this is only for professional athletes. This scholarship can be up to 100% for the entire period of studies. The last slide is, this is our contact. You can visit our Instagram to know more about the university, and you can visit the campus by scanning this link, or you can contact us on the numbers available here or the email address, and our admissions team will be more than happy to assist you with your application.
Thank you so much, Sylvie. Thank you to all the panelists that have been here with us today. Everyone's contact details can be found over here. We will be sending them to you by email as well. And for those of you that have asked whether the slides will be shared, this recording is going on our YouTube channel at The Red Pen. So please follow us and subscribe to our channel on YouTube, because all our webinars are recorded there. It's a lot of free information for you that is going to help you make very informed choices when it comes to either undergraduate, boarding school, postgraduate, or MBA applications. We're really grateful that all of you could be here and join us here today. And I think lastly, I would just like to say that while Trump has kind of put a wall around student visas, what we all need to collectively do is just find another door to walk through, right? So whether that's through Bocconi or, American University of Dubai or Erasmus in Rotterdam, the world's your oyster. So please go explore. We wish you all the very best. And if you do decide to apply to any of these universities and you find that you're stuck with the application process, in addition to reaching out to these representatives, please reach out to us at The Red Pen, because that is, at the end of the day, our expertise. We're going to help you do the profile building and the applications, all the application requirements, the deadline management, end-to-end helping with your university applications to ensure that you secure admissions to one of these prestigious universities. That's all from me. I wish you a very good evening and a very good weekend. And I once again thank all the ladies that are here on the webinar today. Thank you so much for sharing and talking about your universities. And I'm hoping we're going to get a lot of interest at the end of this. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Red Pen. All the best to all the students out there, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.